Welcome to the art project. We are going to create a flag for Veterans Day, which is November the 11th, and we're just going to paint it. It's a really quick activity. You could probably do two a day if you want to. Uh, not trying to be real nice and neat and perfect, but paint a pretty flag. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. And let's get started. So the first thing I did was I measured the piece of paper that I've got. I'm using black because I've got a lot of it left over, and I'm trying to just use it up. So you can use any color you want. Because the paper is 23 centimeters tall at portrait orientation, I used centimeters 1.7 centimeters apart. So there are 13 lines, each one 1.7 apart. The seventh one down is how long the union, which is the blue part with the stars on it, is. So I counted down 7 of the marks that I made and drew a couple lines arbitrarily. The bottom horizontal line is actually 7 stripes wide, but the width of it, I just, kind of divided the paper in half visually. And then I started painting the stripes. I did not draw lines, I just drew marks, that were 1.7 centimeters apart. And then I just tried to get the lines as straight as I could in between the mark. I did all the red ones first, and then I came back with the white paint. I didn't really wait for anything to dry. I did not paint all the way off the edge of the black paper. That way I didn't have to worry about it getting on the brown paper underneath or the table underneath or anything like that. Again, just real painterly. I used a paintbrush that was about the right width, so you want to get the right size paintbrush to do this. And then we did the stars. Now, to do the stars, there are 5 rows of 6 and 4 rows of 5 stars. And to center them, I did the first 2, and then did 2 to the left and 2 to the right. On the first 2, I just tried to put them right in the middle of the blue union part of the flag. The next row is 5, and then 6 again, and they're just offset. When I got down to the end of it, I did 2 stars just to show me how much more room I had, and then continued 6, and then 5, and then 6. If I had any that weren't big enough, I come back with my paintbrush and did it again. I actually did it with the other end of the paintbrush. Just dipped it in white paint and made a little dot. Dipped it in white paint and made a little dot. Now I'm going to do a alternate version. This one's got a little curve to it, make it look kind of like it's waving in the air. So again, I just put marks every 1.7 centimeters down the page so that I would have a total of 13 stripes. But this time, instead of doing a straight line, I made a curve line. Oh, I also went down 7 more dots and put the bottom of the union. And notice I did the curve. I just did kind of an S curve. You can get as creative as you want to, do as crazy a curve as you want to, and I think it'll look fabulous. Then I put the vertical line to see, kind of where the end of the union would be, and then I continued with the curved stripes at the bottom. As long as you start at the mark that you made, then you should have the right number of stripes. And then, just like before, I did the union part of the flag. Again, I didn't really paint all the way to the edge of the paper. I let some of the black paper show through. I think this is one of the things that makes it look kind of interesting. But the only reason I used black paper again was because I was trying to use up paper. I also used a brush that fit in between the stripes pretty well. And I also overlapped. When I painted it, I overlapped the white on top of the red to cover up as much of the black or most of the black and not let any black show through. But you can let some of the black show through, kind of do it to your taste, do it the way you like it. I did on this one go off the page a little bit more than I did on the first one. Don't know why, really. I like the way it kind of curves. That was kind of fun. I think in the future I'll do more curves so it looks even more wavier. I put 2 in the middle. This time I started at the bottom with the stars. I did 2 stars in the middle and then 2 stars to the left and 2 stars to the right. And then I started adding another row of 5 and then a row of 6 and then a row of 5 offset. I figured out where the last 2 would go to help me measure, and then again did a row of 6, a row of 5, and at last a row of 6. That's the whole project right there. If you put up all the students' work together on the wall, it will look fabulous. It's your turn. Go make some art.